Hey guys, this is FPL Tips and welcome back to another deadline stream. I know there's a lot of mayhem in the community at the moment, and there is a lot of news flying in and out. No fixtures at the moment as well. A bit of a tricky situation for the people who have already pressed wildcards. For ones who haven't have an option, they can wildcard, they can't. We'll be discussing everything, going through my wildcard team. Actually, even making my wildcard team at the moment in the stream. We'll answer your questions. Let's start with Grealish. Yes, he was not pictured in training. There is a rumor that it could be a shin injury or uh, minor shin crack or a fracture, and he could be out for a couple of weeks as well. There is no credible source that has confirmed this yet. So it's up to you if you want Grealish or not. I'll also be looking at his selling price and buying price in my team. Might take him out of my team as well. I think I will because it's not that expensive. I think it's only zero point 0.1 of a loss. This is not my team. This is not my team. We can just start with building my double game week team. Also, guys, if we hit 150 likes or let's say 175 likes, I'll actually tell you guys what Bucker is going this week as well. We had a deep conversation. We're trying to figure this out. We'll discuss everything. I'll just start with what my base team is looking like, and then we can move ahead with what players I'm getting in my team. So this is somewhat my base team. I think everything will be revolving around this. I have Stones in goal. I'm going with Ariola and Martinez. Dawson doesn't make it. I have two spots. I'm not sure which to bring. And now Grealish is out as well. So we have three spots to fill with 18 million. This is somewhat my team looks like at the moment. Yeah, I'm going to bring in either Barnes or Madison, looking at what formation or price bracket we're looking at. But this is how the team is at the moment. Diaz or Watkins to play. Guys, everyone who's about Watkins, let's just spin it. If Grealish is injured, don't play Watkins. I'll just mention it. Uh, Injured, don't play Watkins. I'll just pin this comment. Might go Rudiger. We had a deep call, and everyone. I actually want to point this out. I want to point two things out for everyone who's on wildcard. One, this I was also overlooking this fact, but your wildcard is for the entire season. So Rudiger is not as bad as the option I was actually taking out or picking him out as well. Because he has decent fixtures coming up after the double gaming. I know the double gaming is not that great. It's Liverpool and Manchester. I really don't expect a clean sheet with Thiago out as well. But in general, I think if you look at long term, even Kabak makes a decent shout, and even Rudiger. So those two can actually be my options. Vardy or Kane, I would stick to Vardy this week. If I had to, I'm going with Kane because I think Kane will start. Even if he doesn't this week, it wouldn't be a problem for my team because I have a decent bench. The second point I want to target about the wild card. Don't get in Sanchez. The point that you need to get Sanchez because he has a fixture in 29 makes no sense because one of your keeper has to be Martinez and he most likely will also have a fixture in 29. There is no reason why you should pick Sanchez despite him having a single game week. I think you can still pick Dunk because he scores goals, but I don't see a reason why you should go for Sanchez. Should I bench Son and play Gundo? Mohit, for everyone who has Gundogan, I would play Gundogan. I am not expecting him to start, honestly. But if he doesn't start, I don't see him coming on as well. So it could turn out to be an automatic substitution. So everyone who has Gundogan, I would say that play him and keep your first sub ready for it. I don't think Gundogan will start. That's my personal opinion. Kabak is a decent option at 5 million long term as well. I don't see it as a good double game coming up, but I see it as a long term good pick. Watkins or Gundogan? Gundogan for me. El Mohammadi, good replacement for Konsa to save money, says De Costa. I would still stick with Konsa. El Mohammadi is not that great of a defender or an attacker, and that would hamper the Aston Villa defense overall as well. So you want to be wary of that as well. Okay, should we discuss the fixtures? I think 26 will have, or any what I think how it's gonna pan out in 26. I've just got the screenshot attached in one of the screens, so you can take a look at that again, understand how the game week will play out. I think I have. I'm still going to decide on my two spots. I'm not really confident on any of the defenders at the moment. The thing is that Leicester have a decent away record, but at home they have not got a decent record defensively, and they're facing Arsenal at home, so that's not a clean sheet in the double game week. And the Burnley game was irrespectively going to be a clean sheet, so that's striking my mind at the moment. Not getting in Cancelo, I think, apart from one goal, that was also I mean, it was definitely the linesman's mistake. Apart from that, I don't see Cancelo be involved heavily in goals or assists. So I think I would want to save the point 0.7 there and go Stones. And I think it's pretty much nailed that either Stones or Diaz will start. So that's definitely 6 points on your team. Rishabh has Antonio, Suchek, Chilwell, Gundogan wildcard, or bring Rafinha in for Suchek. Rafinha for Suchek for sure, mate. Rohan Saka for Grealish. The Grealish news, there's no guaranteed. I would say just wait till at least 5 minutes before deadline and then bring someone. Vardy, Bamford, Ings, strike first. Fair enough. I'd like the attack, to be honest. Can you tell me game week 29 fixtures once more? Guys have posted everything on Instagram. Probably let's stick to 25 and 26 this week. Bruno, I'm not keeping Bruno in my team. I don't see it as a very good captaincy option in 27 as well, so I'm not going Bruno for sure. The Grealish injury is not confirmed. Captain Kane or Bruno or Meslier? Kane or Vice Captain Bruno, in my opinion. Soyuncu or Diaz as Grealish is injured. I would start Soyuncu if I had him. Play DCL or Gundogan? DCL. KDB was in for Sterling maybe because Gundogan will start. KDB will start, but I expect him to get rotated very often coming up in the coming up fixtures. Captain Kane or Bruno? I also did. Pope or McCarthy? I would play Pope, to be honest. Sanchez or Martinez? Martinez always. 27 has to be a City player. Yes, definitely. But it still gives me an option. It doesn't. If Gundogan is going out of position, he's playing deep, he's not doing well. That's the only City player I have, so I can actually go differential with Salah. And overall, beyond 27 as well, I think Salah has a better fixture with Sheffield with John Egan now out. Palace is definitely go playing defensive. I think. As well, Newcastle will also defend. McTominay could be out in the next game on Sunday, so that really disrupts the double pivot behind Bruno. I'm not really confident on Bruno. I could be wrong. I mean, it's a 50-50 between Bruno and Salah, to be honest. Play Watkins or DCL? DCL. Still worth starting Gundogan? Yes, definitely. Bench Werner or Gundogan? Gundogan in that situation. Aryaman. Aditya Gupta says I should remove Bruno. I'll lose 0.5. It's up to you, mate. It's your call. Between Bruno and Salah and Son, pick two. Anyone. You guys have to pick that. There's no right or wrong anything. I wouldn't leave Son out. So it's between Salah and Bruno. Triple captain for Bamford is a decent shout, to be honest, Arjun. Diaz or Oleina, who should I play? Diaz, in my opinion. Any news confirmed on fixture confirmation? No. There's no news on fixture confirmation. You probably should start actually panicking right now because usually the fixtures are out before the deadline. They most probably will be confirmed next Sunday till Sunday. I don't expect them tomorrow again. Let's see. It's kind of a tricky situation. It's never happened before. So in case there isn't a 26 double game week, which is almost impossible, the Premier League will have to actually extend the league by about 2 weeks. Never happened before, so I think it is very eminent that 26 will be a double game week. Shubhamit Das says, should we keep Southampton defender? I don't expect Southampton clean sheets. Totally up to you. I'm not in favor of Vestergaard as well. His non-penalty XG is 230 minutes, so he gets a chance or big chance for 230 minutes. That's just like he gets a chance in every 3 games to score a goal. That's not even scoring a goal. So it's a 50-50. It's not even 50-50. I will actually not get in Vestergaard. Should I remove Grealish and Antonio for Rafinha and Ings? I would definitely do that move. Okay, I just give you a gist of how 26 would look like. I've already posted this a couple of times on my Instagram. So this is how double game weeks will look like, apart from Tottenham versus Fulham. But I think Tottenham versus Fulham is also now confirmed. This is how I think the 26 fixtures will look like, and I'm pretty much sure a lot of managers, especially Pep, Tuchel, and Hodgson, also confirmed that the fixtures are there. So Man City will play West Ham and Wolves. Everton will play Southampton, West Brom. Aston Villa play Leeds and Sheffield. Fulham play Crystal Tottenham. Burnley play Tottenham Leicester. Tottenham play Burnley Fulham. I don't see Southampton happening there, so Southampton only have a single game week in 26. Crystal plays Fulham Manchester. Manchester plays Crystal and Chelsea. Leicester play Arsenal and Burnley. West Brom play Brighton and Everton. Wolves play Newcastle City. Liverpool play Sheffield Chelsea. Sheffield play Liverpool Aston Villa. Chelsea play Manchester United and Liverpool. So these are the fixtures. These are the 13 teams which have a double game week. And this is, according to me, 90% confirmed. I am pretty much relying on this chart I have made out for you guys. This is the fixtures I'm going to follow. This is the fixtures I'm using to make my team at the moment. If I had to highlight teams defensively, I think Manchester City have a decent. Fulham as a second keeper is a decent option. Aston Villa has a decent double gaming, so you can actually still double up on Konsa and Martinez. It's not that bad, but the only problem is Matty Cash was out. Apart from that, Leicester have a fair enough. I'm not sure if Arsenal they let keep Arsenal at bay. I think Arsenal will score. Tottenham have a decent double game week according to me. I would still fancy Dyer in that situation. Liverpool have one clean sheet there. I wouldn't say two against Chelsea. I'm not sure. And the rest is on attacking wise is good, but I don't see clean sheets out there. Guys, there are over 200 people watching. Hit the like button if you're liking this. Che Adams instead of Ings if we don't have enough money. Shantanu, Che Adams is definitely out of favor. I don't expect Che to start. I expect Redmond to start. Also, it could be a formation change where Adams start, but I'm expecting a 3-4-3 or a 3-5-2 for Southampton, and James Ward-Prowse, for everyone who's looking at James Ward-Prowse, could be shifted to right wing back. That's something that could happen at Southampton because they don't have a right back at the moment. So I'm expecting James Ward-Prowse to actually push into that position, or maybe Theo Walcott. So let's see how it happens. But I'm expecting a 3-4-3. If they go to 3-4-3, then Adams has a chance to start. But otherwise, I'd see Minamino Redmond starting over Adams for sure. Webber says possibility of Southampton single gaming 26. I think it's about 90%. I'm pretty much confident it's going to be single gaming. Dyer, I don't think it was probably what Mourinho does to his players. He rests them once in a while, and then to just remind them that you are not the best player and not nailed on, and you need to perform game week in and out. I think it was one of those substitutions. He started in the biggest match for them at the moment in the Europa League, so I'm pretty much confident that he'll start the next one as well. Will Struth start? No, I don't think Struth will start. I think Llorente and everyone, coach is also back. So I don't expect Struth to start. Also, I don't expect Amarte to start as well. Amarte could start the fixture against Aston Villa because it's too soon for Castagna maybe. But I don't expect him to start both the matches in the double game week for sure. Remove Sterling for Son. I would do that. Man for sure. Should I double City defense or double or bench one? This week, yes, I would actually bench one and play one of the City defenders. Maybe Diaz, who's more nailed on. Thoughts on Neto? To him, I would not go Neto. The double game week as seen is Newcastle and City. City is a very tough fixture, and Newcastle also have started defending deep. So it's not an easy fixture for Neto. It's a differential pick, and you want to fancy on the Newcastle fixture. You might want to, and even the Leeds one. I think 25 is a better fixture for Neto, but rather than 26 combined. Should I go for Dallas? Dallas is your pick. I don't want to go to Dallas because I don't see Leeds as clean sheet potential, and also then I don't want the headache to remove him later on. If you're going for West Brom defense, you go to Ajay. I think he's the best one out there. Uh, which one to choose from? Rashford, Maddie, Barnes, Grealish? I would choose Barnes. Kane or Bruno captain? Already answered it. Dan Rock multiple times, mate. Sturgeon for Neko Williams. Please say yes or no. I wouldn't do that honestly. You can, but it's a waste of a transfer to be honest. If Southampton have a single game 26, no point keeping McCarthy in the team. Is it worth the punt for 25? I don't see it worth as a punt for 25 as well. Should I keep Ings? Yes, I think Ings is fine. Also, a boost for Ings owners that Thiago Silva is not fit to play the Southampton game. Christensen might be out as well. So we could see a weird defensive lineup by Chelsea, and that could work out in the favor of Ings, and he could sneak up a goal there. Me versus Cresswell, I would go with me. Me is fine enough. He was fit enough last match as well. It's just the concussion protocol, so he should be fine to play this week. Gundogan and Antonio to start. I think Antonio will start. Gundogan mostly won't. Gundogan is fit to play, but I don't think he'll start. Should I go with Vardy this week and then bring in Kane for the double game week? I would do that if I could. Vardy and Lookman, Pereira, West Brom, or Madders and Maja. I would go Vardy and Pereira. Captaining Rafinha, it's a good differential between Rafinha and Bamford. There's nothing that separates them on stats. It's their expected goal involvement is 165 and 165.9. There's basically nothing that separates them on stats. It's slight differences, but I think Rafinha edges it due to a comparison which I'll put up later on. But if I had to pick someone, I might just go Rafinha. If you're going safe, and if you are a manager who wants to defend your rank and does not want to chase rank and just wants to go with playing safe, then go Bamford because his ownership is definitely going to touch 150% this week. Van Bissaka or Shaw, Pratyush Shaw for sure. He was rested in the Europa League. Nothing could be better for us FPL managers. Okay, just an update. Matt Target from Aston Villa has transferred out his own teammate Jack Grealish. according to a source. So that could be something you want to watch out for. It could be a rumor as well, but I'm not confirming still that Jack Grealish is injured. If we're done with the possible fixtures, I think we can switch them out and switch back to my wildcard team. Diane for would definitely would do. Cancel or Diaz, I would stick to Diaz. Remove Sterling for Son or Grealish to Rafinha. If I get Son, I can't afford Ings for Antonio. Get in Rafinha this week. I think it's a better captaincy option. Robbo or Watkins? Watkins. Can you fit all the heavy hitters in one team once? Mohit, there's no point fitting all the heavy hitters. I don't want to, because then your entire defense and the entire midfield is absolutely pointless. And that's not how I want to go about with the team. You can do it if you want to, but I wouldn't, because that would just misbalance my team. Should I play Gundogan at 3-5-2 and switch to 3-4-3 and play three playable strikers? Go with the 3-4-3. I think the 3-4-3 is much better. Shantanu, I would suggest 3-4-3. Mio Tarkowski is fit. I think he was playing really good and he was putting out good balls during that game against Fulham. So I would pick Tarkowski if I had to. Transfer out Trent for, if you have Trent Himanshu, I would hold on to him for the double game week. Last time Robertson transferred out Mane, he didn't play. When someone transferred out Antonio, he didn't play. Sachin, yes, that's true. That's the source. If that source says that Matt Target has actually transferred out Grealish, fair enough then to assume, but there's not concrete. It's just an assumption. Varun, I think, could you please just update Gundogan's injury? Then I'll just pin that comment. Ben White over Gundogan and Watkins? Yes, possibly. I would play him over Gundogan and Watkins. Bruno to Rafinha with a minus for one to fund Antonio to Kane next week. That's a tough one. I mean, Bruno to Rafinha is a tough one this week. I mean, Bruno could do well. Varun just update that Gundogan is fit to play but might get benched. Dallas or Shaw? I would go Shaw for sure. Rohan, Shaw for me. Grealish for Stones? I would bench Grealish and play Stones in that case. I'm not sure if Grealish would start. You can take a punt and start Grealish. If he's fit, he will play, but it's up to you. I'm taking a chance. I'm most likely to remove Grealish from my team. Is there no double gaming in 26? Is there a possibility of big double gaming in 33? There is no space in 33 according to Ben Crellen, so there is most likely to be a double gaming 26. 33 is going to be blank for Tottenham and Manchester City. If you haven't noticed, if you move ahead, I'll actually come back to my live screen. Uh, I hope you guys can see it. If you move to fixtures on 33, you'll notice that it's already a blank for City and Tottenham. Is the AFL final. They won't be playing already. So it's not going to be a double game week. At max, you can see the rearrangement of certain fixtures or the fixture between Tottenham and City in 33 itself, but it's not going to be a double game week. Grealish or Gundogan? I would start Gundogan. Which midfielder to buy under 6.3? Already have Gundogan and Rafinha in the team. Review maybe Neto. That's the best option out there. If you can fund Barnes, try to fund Barnes somehow. If the fixtures aren't announced for the next week, when to use bench boost? Whenever the fixtures are announced, then if it's not announced next week, I don't think I'll be using it in single game weeks. I'll still be waiting for the double game week, even after playing my wildcard. Shaw or Cancelo? I would start Shaw. I highly think that Cancelo could be benched this week. What should be a strategy for game week 25, considering that we are making a wildcard team for 26? 25 is pretty much simple. Play your double game week players and stick to your strongest team. That's it. I don't think if you want to use your triple captain, you can use it on a Leeds player. But if you don't want to use it, there's no necessity to go there. Play DCL or double city defense. I would play Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Okay, for everyone who has DCL, here's the information you guys want to hear out. I Allison might have some personal issues, and he wasn't pictured in the training as well. Klopp said he's fine. He's fine physically. He has no injury, but he could still miss out the derby, and Adrian might be starting. So in case you want to take a punt on DCL, if you have DCL in your team and you want to play him, I think you should play DCL. If Adrian starts, I would totally expect Everton to score and DCL to score at the end of it. So this is something you want to note out. I think that Adrian will start the game and Allison could be out. He was also, I think he posted on his Instagram he was with his family and he did not train as well. That could be one thing to point out. And Adrian also posted that he could be coming back to league action again. Something to watch out for the DCL owners. Might just take a punt and play DCL this week, or maybe a double city defense or a Gundogan. DCL over Ings? No, I would play Ings definitely over a double game week player. Marshall to Ings is a decent move. Ryan, Who should I start out of Rudiger, Diaz, Cancelo, Shaw? I would start Shaw, Diaz, and Rudiger for sure. Uh, News on Kane didn't travel for the Europa League. Ishan, there's no news from Mourinho as well. He said that he just wanted rest and then he probably didn't want to play a lot of minutes between the games. So I think it could be an injury, but Mourinho was pretty much confident that he will start the fixture against West Ham on Sunday. Nobody has the City news. I am expecting Gundogan not to start because of his uh, fixture turn and because of the UCL. But apart from that, if he starts, I would actually play him in my 11. If you can, you can. But then you should be ready to get him for a 1 pointer as well. It's up to you. I would honestly personally start him in my team, make a strong bench, and I'll be ready for it. A lot of people, some people are actually now. Some of my sources are also saying that the Grealish news is not true. So it doesn't have to be a necessary sell for you. I'm on wildcard. Everyone who's wildcard or doesn't have value attached to him can actually afford to remove Grealish. For the ones who have value attached to him or are not on wildcard, you probably want to stick to Grealish this week. Cap, Ings, Bamford, Rafinha, Salah, or Bruno have mentioned the order of captaincy down there in the chat. Uh, you probably want to stick to that. If Allison starts, Everton can still score. Yes, with the form, Allison is definitely. But if Adrian starts, I am not even in doubt. Gundo or Barnes will start. Barnes for sure for me. Is Saka good by Cancelo over Stones? I would buy Stones over Cancelo at this moment of time, and Saka could be a decent buy. Although Arteta did mention that he's just 19 years old and he might need some rest at some point in the future. Could be something to watch out for. Madison or Barnes? Definitely Barnes is the one who's favored on stats. Grealish to Bernardo Silva, I wouldn't do that move. Honestly, I would stick to Grealish in that situation. One good fixture or double game week risk. I would stick to the double game week risk. I am actually on the double game week risk. Start Gundogan or me. I would start Gundogan. I pretty much mentioned it already. Vardy or DCL. Vardy. By Martinez. If you're on wildcard, you definitely have to have Martinez in your team. That's the first player and the first name on my team sheet. Start three of Rudiger, Cancelo, Stones, Ben Me. Rudiger, Cancelo, Stones. I think those three. Watkins for DCL. I would hold on to DCL. Should I wildcard even if the double game fixtures are announced before the deadline? Prasad, it's up to you. It's your risk. I trust Ben Crellin. If he says there's going to be fixtures there and that's the only fixture space that is available, I'm already wildcarded. I wouldn't really be worried about my team because I think the team is pretty much balanced in all departments and I can settle out without transferring any players. Why aren't you buying Cresswell? Because the fixtures are horrible for Cresswell. If you look at the fixtures, I'll just show you the fixtures for Dawson. They're the same team. Tottenham, City, Leeds, United, Arsenal, Wolves, Leicester, Newcastle, and Chelsea. Till 33, they have only three decent fixtures, which is Leeds, possibly Wolves, and Newcastle. Apart from that, there is no potential of clean sheet and no potential of returns. So the earliest I want to buy a West Ham defender is 34. There's no point buying him on a wild card or holding on to him, honestly. Is their team right for wildcard? Says Oysen, Martinez, Burn, Cancelo, Digne, Gundogan, Kevin De Bruyne, Fernandes, Madison, Son, Kane, DCL. Yeah, perfectly fine on wildcard to me. It seems a decent team and a balanced team. Which one Leicester defender to have? I think Soyuncu is most nailed on. If you want to take a punt, take Castagna, but I think he'll miss out 25. But apart from that, Soyuncu is the nailed on. I think he'll grab up on on bonuses the most. Worried about Stones being benched last game? No, I don't think. I'm every City player is going to get rotated apart from Rodri. I think maybe or Ederson actually. So you have to just pick your three City players and just stick around with that. They have a double game week in 26. They have a double game week in 27. You just want to pick three City players and play them continuously. DCL and Grealish or Watkins and Grealish for the double. DCL and Grealish for sure. Start Gundogan or Madison. Madison, Dyer, Dyer or Soyuncu or Ricardo. I would go Soyuncu. Can you complete your team? I'm Control C plus Control V. Will do above. Dian or Pereira? Dian. I think Dian is a definite shout. His expected goals and expected goals involvement is really high at the moment among strikers. He's fifth in the last two game weeks, so definitely Dian. Is Antonio fit? Yes, Mahir Antonio is fit. Replacements for Target. You can probably hold on to Target. It's not a bad move in the double game week as well. If you want to go, I would actually just go to Shaw or someone like a Dyer or Rudiger. Those are the three top picks. I would go in defense at the moment. Maybe Soyuncu if you have the money. Bench McCarthy or Martinez if you have both. probably go for the odd double game week player. Will Danman start? Is he good enough? Yeah, Danman will start. Is he good enough? That's up to you. I don't think he's the best defender from Brighton. I think Dunk is still the best one to go, but he's fair enough to come in as a folder in your team. Okay, we'll start with the replacements. I think we'll stick to Madison this week. We could go Barnes as well. It's not actually a problem. Let me get Rudiger so that we get an approximate idea of what amount are we left with. Okay, there is Rudiger, and the last spot we have 6.2. So we have ample amount of money left. I can actually still buy Castagna, but I think I'll stick to something like Dyer or Kabak. I'm not sure between Dyer and Kabak. I'm staying repeating this. I'm not sure between Dyer and Kabak, but this is how somewhat my team could be looking like. Uh, for everyone who's going at Alonso, Alonso is not worth the risk because he most likely will play games in the Premier League. But the game he's benched, he will still come on as a substitution for 1 points. So it's up to you. Ariola or Martinez to play this week. Shreyans Ariola. Martinez or Pope this week. Pope, I think Leicester will score against Aston Villa. Could be wrong, but I would still put my money on Pope. Son or Kane? If I had to at this moment with no news on Kane, Son, only because there's no news on Kane. If I had to purely on stats and eye test, Kane has been playing the better game. DCL or Watkins? DCL. Double game week 26 fixtures to be announced in an hour. Hopefully, they're announced in an hour. If not, then God help us. You're going Madison over Barnes. Yeah, I think I'm going to trust my eye test. I might just switch to Barnes. There's nothing decided about it. I'll be figuring out how much money I need to make switches, but I think this much should be enough to make any sort of transfers in the game ahead. Captain Rafinha is a decent captaincy shout. Foden instead of Gundogan, I would still stick to Gundogan to be honest. Foden is likely to be rotated with Kevin De Bruyne back in the team. Sanchez or Martinez? Who to start? Martinez. Actually, Sanchez is a decent start to start, Ravi. You can go with Sanchez as well this week. Play two city defenders or Son. Son for sure. Werner or Kane. Kane going ahead, but Werner is a decent shout too. But the fixtures are not in his favor in the double game week. If there is a double game week, guys, I'm just repeating it. Should I buy Castagna for Dyer? I have the money. Castagna won't play in 25 in my knowledge. I think he will be rested because Rogers is usually safe with his players coming back from injury. If you're buying him for 26, Castagna, otherwise Dyer. No Leicester defender. Yes, unfortunately, no Leicester defender. I wanted a Leicester defender, but they're absolutely highly priced. I mean, so inch is 5.3. I don't want to spend that much. No Costa, I did not have Koduk's team, but I did have Neville's team, so that should be good. Guys, we're over at 220 people watching, and we still at 117 likes, guys. If you get us to 250 likes, I'll actually just reveal you Bucker's team. So smash that like button. Meslier or Mendy, whom to start, please? I would start Meslier, double game week, definitely Meslier. Gundo or Antonio this week? Antonio, Bamford or Rafinha? Safe Bamford, differential Rafinha. Antonio or Grealish? Antonio. Me or Cresswell in the starting 11? Cresswell. Stones or Cancelo? Stones. Kilman to Shaw or someone else? Shaw. For me, definitely Shaw. Should I remove Salah for Son? That's a tough call, mate. Depends on you. By Ariola because he has a double game week in 26, possibly has an easy fixture in 25. Also might have a double game week in 27 or 28. That's the reason Ariola. And I don't think there's a cheaper keeper who's better than this. I think Fulham are defensively doing really nice. In the last 5 game weeks, they are 6 or 7 defensive stats. So I think there is a very good chance for clean sheets. Even a single clean sheet is enough for Fulham. I think for his price. Do you know FPL test underscore underscore? Yes, definitely. That's my page. Me or Cresswell? I would go me this week, not Cresswell. McCarthy or Martinez? 50-50. Honestly, go McCarthy only because of the double fixture. Harsh, Gundogan or DCL? I would start DCL to be honest this week. If you want to take a chance, play Gundogan and hope he doesn't come on. Your call. Curious why you've removed Fernandes from your team. I am not going to captain him. I think I favor Son plus Kane more than Bruno. So hence no Bruno. I cannot accumulate every big hitter in my team. So I think I'm going safe. I can actually still do that. I can downgrade Ings to someone like a Watkins, upgrade Madison to Bruno. But I think I'm going to stick to Ings plus Madison combination. Shaw or Diaz? Shaw for sure to win. Why Ings captain in top three? He plays against Chelsea, who's defensively haven't conceded in the last 5 games. That is why no Ings. DCL versus Ings. Ings has to play this week. Bruno Salah, Ings, Vardy, Bamford, Rafinha or Gundo as captain. Bamford or Rafinha for me. Dyer or Dunk. Dyer. He has a better double game week. Will do anything just for me to buck his team. Definitely. There's only 151 likes. We're still about 199 likes away from it. Replacement for Dallas. Stick to Dallas if you have him. Don't replace him at the moment. I think he will still play in the midfield. If there is a formation change, if Philip is back, if Klitsch is back, he would shift back to left back, which could be a concern for you guys as well. Do you think Foden will start? No, I don't think Foden will start this week, but that is what I think. Personally, not sure. Start, cancel or bench him. Start. Definitely take a chance. Son or Gundogan who to start. Son has a better game week definitely. Kane per Grealish or Son plus Watkins. Son plus Watkins. Go Madison who has better stats or Madison with set piece. Barnes with better stats. Go with him. Why Rafinha or Harrison? His Rafinha stats are definitely way better than Harrison. There's no comparison at all. Why Rudiger? Already discussed Arpit in the start of the stream because I want to plan long term. There is no. I could actually still change Rudiger, but I don't have a proper replacement for Rudiger at the moment. Might go Soyuncu. I'm still in double mind. Should I go Soyuncu or not? I could still. I mean, just let's say we get Evans. That's the problem. I don't have enough money to actually upgrade Rafinha. My plan is that I'm removing Ings next week and I'll be getting either Diane, who's 6, which is fine, I can get him anytime, or I might just get Calvert Lewin, who's 7.7. And I need about 1.4 or 5 to upgrade Rafinha to Barnes. And hence no Evans. I think that is why we should stick to Rudiger or a cheaper defender so that I can upgrade Rafinha to someone like a Barnes. I also need a point 0.1 buffer. Point 0.1, point 0.2 buffer in case I need I want to go Madison to someone like Grealish. Actually, I'll start with Barnes, and if I need Madison to Grealish, I'll do that next week. Start me with a single game week or go double with City defense. 50-50. Kabak or Soyuncu? Soyuncu. Honestly, start me. Nikin in that situation, start me. Stones or cancel or Stones. Target or Cresswell, who to start? Uh, Target. Is Gundogan going to play? Guys, we've pinned a comment. We probably want to read that. Play Pope or Meslier. There's a chance that Pope could do better with a single game week, right? Yes, definitely. It's always a chance that a single game week player can uh, outscore a double game week player. Sachin Rati, if you already have Rudiger 4.7 and below, get in someone from Aston Villa. I think that's the least decent option that you can go to at the moment. Start Stones or Tarkowski? Stones. Antonio doing for a -4. Yes. Watkins, hold on to him. Don't replace him as of now. Free hit in game week 26. Up to you, mate. I don't have free hit. I'm not free hitting. Bruno Sun for me, for sure. I wouldn't go without Sun. 4.9 defender having Diaz, Lowton, Shaw using wildcard. Dyer for me. Dyer. Definitely Rudiger or Dyer. Why Shaw? Because he has the best stats among defenders for the last about 8 or 10 game weeks. I'm not even sure about 8 or 10, but that's the sample size. He has been the best for a while now. Madison or Barnes? Barnes. I think I'm going for Barnes as well. I think my logic. I have found what I want to do with my team. So this is what I'm doing exactly. I have Rafinha at the moment. I'm not picking Madison. I'm going for Barnes. I have about 7.1. Let's get back Ings. So I need 7.7 to get back Grealish. So let's say I get Grealish. 7.6. So I need 4.1 defender. Fair enough. Yes, just give me a second. I'm trying to figure out something. That gives me 4.9 for a defender. 4.8. So what defender do I have in 4.8? According to my math, I need a 4.8 defender. Why no Bruno? I'm not going to captain him. So no. Bruno has Newcastle, but Son has West Ham. Still Son? Yeah, definitely Son. Son is away. Bruno has home. Bruno and Son without Kane is also better on stats. I would pick Son. McCarthy as a backup keeper or better options. Ariola is the better option. Barnes or Rafinha? Rafinha this week. Saka or Grealish? Saka I think is a better one at the moment. Rudiger 4.6 is the only option I can look at. I'm looking at defenders who are 4. Let's just 4.8 and below. There's Konsa, who's 4.6 for anyone who wants it. Oli Ena, I think it's Oli Ena, is a decent option, but since I already have Ariola, I'm not going to stick to him. Avoid Holding doesn't have a decent double game week, so it's Leicester and I think West Ham. They don't have a double game week at all. Arsenal have actually West Ham, only West Ham, so wouldn't go there as well. White could be an option. Westergaard is not in my list. Dyer already picked him. No Shaw. Ajay could be an option, but that's neck to neck. Hence, I'm going to stick with Rudiger, and that is my team. That will be my team for double game in 26. This is how my team will look in double game in 26, unless there's a change, unless Ings has a double game week, or there's some change which stops me from getting this team. This is how essentially my team will be looking in double game in 26. Second keeper other than Martinez for double game week, Ariola. Sorry if you've answered already, but Rafinha or Bamford. Captaincy, if you want to go safe, Bamford. Differential, Rafinha. It's up to you. But if Rafinha misses, your score will drop drastically. Your rank will drop drastically. Grealish or Gundogan, Gundogan. Which three to start? Cancelo, Stones, Suchek, Antonio, Gundogan, DCL. DCL, Antonio, Gundogan for me, definitely. Maybe Stones. Start the four. Uh, Tarkowski or Soyuncu? Soyuncu. Cancelo Stones or Cancelo Barnes. Cancelo Barnes. Why not go Sanchez over Aliola? Because Sanchez is a single game week. As simple as that. Nikin, Sanchez has a single game week. Keep said target Rudiger comes in place. If it's for a free transfer, go with Rudiger. Target is also in the similar price bracket, similar fixtures. Actually, in the double game week, Target will do better. So if you're looking at a double game week, you don't want to waste your transfers later on in defense. Go Target because he also has a fixture in 29. Okay, also, since you're talking about 29 as well, we'll also discuss how many players we have in 29. Who's due a fall in price today? Doesn't matter though. It will not happen before the deadline, so it barely matters. Haven't even checked at it. KDB with Gundogan or Salah long term. Gundogan alone and Kevin Salah. Sterling or Salah? Salah. Should I keep Rashford? Yes, this week. Dunk or Dyer for 25? I would go Dunk. Van Bissaka or Shaw? Shaw. Is it good time to play Matthias Pereira? He's getting benched too often, so probably no. Vardy is a decent option if you want to, but he takes up a lot of funds. And Madison and Barnes are posting decent numbers when compared to Vardy, and they're much cheaper in price. So I would go Barnes or Madison. There's some chatter going around with that Grealish is injured, going to be out for a bit at least. Yes, definitely there's chatter. We have about an hour for the deadline, so we will discuss that. We'll look out for every possible news as well. Why didn't keep Dallas? I don't want to waste a transfer on defense later on, so I'm not keeping Dallas. I can go Dyer to Kabak as well, but I think Dyer will have a decent double game week than Kabak, so I'm sticking to Dyer. Alonso, good pick, yes, but he if he gets benched, he'll come on for a one pointer. That's it. That's the only drawback for Alonso. Why are you not playing Vardy? He's expensive. Keep Fernandez this week and then transfer next to Sun. Fair enough, you can do that as well. If you're not bullish on West Ham losing, you can actually keep Bruno this week and go Sun next week. Who will you take out for Ings, DCL, or Antonio? I don't have free hit for 29. I would take out Antonio. Start double city defense. If you don't have better options, yes. Uh, yeah, I'm sure about DCL. If the fixtures are Southampton and West Brom, I'm definitely sure about DCL next week. Unless he gets injured. Why not Cancelo? He's expensive and he hasn't created any much. I mean, he's looking good on the game, but again, he has only one goal in the entire thing. So does Stones has only one good game week. But then it comes to a price point. I mean, since Cancelo is not offering consistent points, I'm not worried about that one odd game week where he'll get 12, 15 points. I think I'll manage without it as well. And he's more likely to get rotated with UCL coming up. I think Stones or Diaz, one has to play with as a core centre back. So I'm pretty much cancelling out the rotation by Pep. Who to start? Diaz, Dallas, me, Dunk, Ena. I would start Ena, Dunk, and Diaz. Actually, Dallas over Ena as well. Uh, please show your current draft for 25. Okay. This is how my team. Actually, just save it. This is how my team is looking. I have to get in Rafinha and I have to get Ings. This is it. This is my wildcard draft, guys. Spurs do. Kane and Son essential for 26, especially with current form. Definitely with the fixtures expected. Yes. What's your starting 11? We will confirm this and then we'll go to the starting 11. I think we're not doing major changes. I think we're removing Cancelo, which I'm pretty much sure about. McCarthy to Ariola is done. I'll just look at the team and how much value am I losing? So I'm losing point 0.2 on Cancelo. I'm losing point 0.1 on Grealish. And that's it, I think. I'm not losing any value otherwise. So I'm just going to confirm these transfers so that I can actually post it on the Instagram page as well. Best West Brom defender Ajay, Diane or DCL. Next week, 50-50. If DCL is fit, I would go DCL. He has better stats. I mean, Diane is a decent pick as well. He's a very good shout. I can actually even just leave Rafinha and my team Bamford and Ings out for DCL and Diane. It gives me a lot of options. This team actually gives me a lot of options going into Game Week 26. If Game Week 26 double Game Week, I'm using my bench boost. Then 6.5 midfielder. Looks like Gundogan, Neto, or WordPress at the moment for me. There's not many options out there in that price bracket. Meslier or Martinez, Meslier, double game. McCarthy or Martinez is a 50-50. It's up to you guys because I'm not really confident on McCarthy anyways. Why take Grealish out when he has double game expending? This Harshbir, I'm not sure if you've been active, but there's a news that he might be injured. So I've lost only point 0.1. So the thing is that if next week Grealish is fit, he has a double game week. I can easily take out Rafinha and bring back Grealish in, and that should be it for the double game week. So I'm not, and his this week I irrespectively I was going to bench Grealish for an Ings or a Gundogan or a defender. So it's actually I'm not at harm. It's actually better for my team. I'll just post this draft to Instagram so that other people can also see this. I'm not discussing my moves there, but I will also post it. Are you considering Kevin De Bruyne? No. Is Holgate nailed on? Yes, he's pretty much nailed on with Yeremin out. Decent option to go to as well in the budget price. Whom to start? Grealish for Watkins? I would start Watkins. I got him for 10.6 and his selling price is 11.11. You probably don't want to sell then. I'm losing value for Bruno selling price 11, current price 11.6. Should I go with Sun or not? It depends on your budget. With the budget I have, I can easily afford selling Bruno at that price as well and go Sun. Bernardo Silva to start again. Yes, he started in the last 5 league games. He might get rested, but if Gundogan is not starting, then he could start. Who will you bench this week? Yeah, we'll discuss my team. I think I will bench Diaz most probably. Bring in Barnes. Rafinha goes out, and likely Gundogan will get benched. I'm also looking at Kane bench, so I either bench Kane or Gundogan. So that's a 50-50. And Ariola is also benched for Martin. Ariola comes in for Martinez. This is how my team is going to look like. Are you captaining Gundogan? No, not this week. Maitland Niles is bigger than threat than Ajay. No, I think Ajay is the best threat from West Brom. Seen a couple of games, Ajay is the one. Why ain't you going Gundogan for Rafinha? Can go Kane and bench Gundogan. I mean, if Gundogan is injured, I don't see him starting, so I might just bench him. But there is always a risk of benching a City guy. Foden or Barnes in as Fernandez replacement. Barnes. So ensure Sukchek or Saka. Whom to start? Grealish out for what? Grealish for Watkins. Yes, Dinesh start Watkins over Grealish. Antonio is fit, Harshbeat. You probably want to follow us on FPL underscore and check the stories. There's everything out there. Transferring Cavani out for Ings, should I take a -4 to do Suchek to Barnes and bench Antonio or just play Antonio? Play Antonio, no need to take a -4. 12 midfielder and forward, who should I get? Uh, Depends. I mean, you can get anybody at that price, but it's slightly less. You'll have to settle for two midfielder and or attackers. Good replacements for Grealish, Barnes or Madison. That's pretty much there. If I don't already own Martinez, is it worth buying him on or a cheaper option? Martinez is definitely worth it. Madison, Grealish, Antonio, Madison and Antonio to play Hajveer. Me, Cresswell, Stones, Cancelo, select three. I would select Stones, Cresswell, and me. Should I keep or sell Grealish? Keep if you can. Don't sell him for a hit. If you're on wildcard, if you don't have value attached to him and you are in a situation like I am, you can sell. Diaz or Maguire? Diaz. Oh, will you replace Rafinha in 26? Yes, I will replace him to either Grealish or Madison. Or might just keep him and then replace Bamford. It depends. I most likely won't replace Bamford because there's value attached to him. But Rafinha goes out for either Grealish or Madison, or someone from Chelsea as well. There's a lot of options around there. Hence, I've taken Barnes. Who's a better option, Klitsch or Suchek or Saka? Saka. Martinez, Diaz, Dallas, Meet, Gundogan, Sterling, Salah, Rafinha, Ings, Bamford. Any changes? I don't see any changes required made there. Man, that's a good team. Uh, Kane bench might bench Gundogan last minute choices. Those are last minute picks made. Thoughts on Lingard for the Tottenham game? Lingard is a decent option, always a decent option. When he's playing in first name, he's much better. So, but Antonio is expected to start next one. Just a second, guys. I probably want to post this before it gets too late. Bamford triple captain is your call. I mean, I don't give suggestions for triple captain. It's totally up to the manager, and it's totally up to your gut feeling. Whom to play, White or Rudiger? White, if I had the choice. Son or Sterling? Son. Will you replace Rafinha? Yes, I will replace Rafinha in 26. Should I start DCL? Yes, if you can. Martinez or Meslier? Meslier. Johnston or Ariola? Ariola. McCarthy or Martinez? 50-50 Dalian. I will start Martinez. I'm not trusting McCarthy at all. Luton or Kabak? Kabak. Antonio and DCL out for Kane and Ings. Next week, yes. Hold on to them for this week. Maybe Ings for Antonio is good enough. Martinez or Sanchez? Sanchez. Everyone's asking, will I replace Rafinha in 26? Yes, I will. So let's look at what sort of a team or how many players will I have for 29. If in case we have Aston Villa versus Tottenham schedule and Grealish is maybe fit, then we would have Martinez, Kane, Dyer, Son, that is 4, Grealish, that is 5, Bamford, that is 6. So we have definitely 6 players and a couple of there with transfers as well. I think it's pretty much 8 or 9 aside for 29 without a hit. So that should be good. Who will replace Rafinha for Grealish or Madison? Uh, Rahul, I'm not playing double city defense because I think Arsenal could score, and I have a decent team with Shaw, Stones, Rudiger, Diaz, and Dyer. I can play double city defense as well. There's no rigidity around it, but it's not necessary. I think Arsenal can score, hence I'm not. Should I start Pope ahead of McCarthy, even though McCarthy has a double, but Pope is against West Brom? Yes, I think you can take the chance of starting Pope over McCarthy. Diaz or Dyer this week? Diaz maybe. Even I am contemplating that, but Diaz hopefully. What do you think about Pereira from West Brom? He's most likely to get rotated very often, so it's up to you. I'm just looking out for any updates on the double game week. Any news? Any injury news? Another couple of people are actually mentioning that the Grealish news might be fake and Grealish might be totally fine to see and play the game. There's no news about any double game week at the moment. Still, no news is really bad for us at the moment. Why not get Ben Davies instead of Dyer? Less rotation. Ben Davies is actually more rotation risk. Reguilon is expected to be back next week, and Ben Davies will definitely drop if Reguilon is back. For everyone who was watching Ben Davies, he could be rotation risk next week. Sterling has been in really bad form recently. Decent has been performing decent actually. Uh, Opinion on Dallas captain, I wouldn't go there. No clean sheet potential, I wouldn't take a chance. Johnston or Ariola? Ariola, should I remove Salah for Sun? Maybe yes, if it's up to you. If you don't expect Salah to score, yes. Dallas or Bednarik? Dallas. Maddie and Vardy, both a good idea. Yes, a decent double up. Antonio greater than Shea Adams. Yes. Martinez or Guetta, who to start? Martinez. Diaz or Dyer? Diaz Stones double or dunk? I would go dunk. Take a chance. Vestergaard to Digne and Sanchez to Ariola. On a wild card, yes, I would do that. Digne, not sure, but you could take a chance over Vestergaard, anyone. Are you bench boosting next week? Yes. Trent an option, very expensive at the moment. I wouldn't get him on wildcard. Uh, Vardy a good pick. I don't have money for Kane. Yes, probably get Son at least. Bench Gundogan, Werner or Cresswell. I would bench Gundogan and Cresswell. Play Werner for sure. Why Son when already have Kane? I want to double up on the Tottenham Hotspur assets. I think they have the best fixtures coming up in the double game week. So I think it's a good double up. Play Stones or Rudiger, Anirudh. I would play. I would actually play Stones if that's the only city defender you have. Harry Kane has an excellent record against West Ham. That's also on my mind. I'm probably going to remove Gundogan. It's this team is not final. I might actually just remove to reduce confusion. Remove Gundogan. Start with this. Not tripling up on Tottenham at the moment. Southampton Rudiger seems like a decent move. Uh, could go Diaz as well. Rudiger or Target. For me, it's 50-50. Both of them are almost similar stats and similar fixtures. Best option for a defender 5 million or below. Dyer, Rudiger, Target, Konsa. There's a lot of options. Man. Dallas, Shaw at 5 is the best one. Bruno for Kevin De Bruyne. I wouldn't get Kevin De Bruyne. When will the double game fixtures get confirmed? No idea at the moment. Should I bench Gundogan for DNA cause of Gundogan doubt? I wouldn't bench him for DNA for sure. I would play Gundogan. 5 million defender has to be Shaw, Captain Bamford, or Ings Bamford. Apparently, Liverpool have the easiest last 14 fixtures compared to others. Get Kabak, Trent, Robbo. Yes, Kabak could be a good idea. That definitely was also in most of my drafts till now. The only reason I haven't got Kabak is I can get him after 29. Until then, I can keep Dyer, which also plays in 29. So that's the logic behind not getting Kabak. And as soon as Dyer is done for 29, I'll remove Dyer and get in Kabak for 30 and beyond. Apart from Salah and keeper, our starting 11 are almost the same. Pretty much that's the difference. Who would be better between Sun and Grealish for main 11? I would go Sun without a doubt. Which three to start among Diaz, Stones, Rudiger, Ailing, Alderweireld? I would start Ailing, Stones, and Rudiger. Martin is not playing, not for my team. Double bowling defense a good shout, not for gaming 26. This week, yes, not for 26. Which 4.2 million defender to get for 26? Dan Burn, I think, is 4.2, which is going to play the double game week. He's not going to play the double game week. He doesn't have a double game week, but no other midfield defender is 4.2 will have a double game week anyways. Other options for Dyer, no one at that price point. You can go Dunk if you want to. Uh, Ariman bench two. Struj has to go bench. I would bench Cancelo, and those are two I would bench. Maybe Grealish gets off automatically for Cancelo. First sub Cancelo. Martin is not playing for me in the 11. 4.8 defender bench boost on 26. I would go Rudiger or actually or Konsa. Those are two I would go stick to. Maja is a good differential. I mean, I expect him to start, and last time we did not expect him to start, but again he was given handed over the start, which gives that reassurance. Mitrovic is also out for a couple more weeks, at least 10-15 days. So that gives him a good opportunity. I think he can do well in the double game week. It doesn't make him to my team because I have other plans, but if you don't have budget, Maja is a good differential at 5.5. Rafinha for Suchek already have Bamford and Dallas. Yes, I would take. Dallas isn't the best Leeds player to get in this week. I would definitely uh, get in Rafinha. Jose or Dian, I would go Dian. Dian or Maja, I would go still Dian. I've seen Dian playing. I've seen Maja playing, and Dian is way too better. Cash out for 4 weeks. Those who have him, yes, already posted that. Have to take a minus for it to get Kane this week instead of Watkins, Antonio, or get him next week for free. Um, is Amate a good option till 26? No, I don't think he'll start 26. A defender for 4.8, Dunk and Rudiger. I think those are the two best. Why not Bruno? He has Newcastle. I don't trust Bruno. I don't want to go Bruno ahead on my wild card. So that's the reason. He has a very tough double game week. That's essentially. I don't see a lot of points there. I mean, Crystal will defend. It's most likely that their campaign is in under danger. So I expect them to defend. Most people who have Grealish, I think you should just keep Grealish in 11. If he's not fit, he's not going to play in the lineup anyways. So he'll get subbed off, and if he's injured, you can easily remove him next week for someone like a Barnes or a Madison. It gives you a good eye test as well for between the two. Till then, I'll just take a second and actually post my team. Is Cavani fit? No, it's a late fitness test. As far as the press conferences after the Europa or before Europa, uh, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer mentioned that Cavani won't be fit for the Newcastle game. I'll just post it. Bruno or De Bruyne? Bruno. Who will you replace Rafinha for? Barnes, sorry, Madison or Grealish? It's very simple. I could go to Callum Hudson or someone from Chelsea as well. A lot of options. Maybe someone. I could actually even go James Rodriguez. Uh, a lot of options in the midfield bracket. To be honest, Foden could be an option for the double game week as well. Not Foden. I think I'll have to remove a defender, but someone else. There's a lot of options. Bernardo Silva versus Madison. Madison for me. Meslier or Martinez. Meslier. Will De Bruyne starting hurt Gundogan's Foden chances? Foden, yes. Gundogan's chances won't be hurt that much. Dini or Target? I would go Target. Rudiger or White? This week White replacement for Antonio Ings. Take -4 for Che Adams. I wouldn't take a -4 for Che Adams. DCL or Kane this week start both. Replacement for Rafinha at 5.6. Neto, that's the only good replacement. If there's not, stick to Rafinha. Go Saka maybe. Saka is a decent option as well at 5.6. Rudiger or Dunk or Konsa? This week Dunk. I have Stones and Diaz. Should I replace one of them with Cancelo? No. Why Son, not Fernandez? I've explained it multiple times in multiple streams, guys, and I've mentioned it in the post as well. I don't think Bruno is a captaincy shout. Son is a captaincy shout next week as well. I don't want Bruno. Should I start Antonio ahead of Gundogan? Probably yes. Uh, Watch alongs, nothing planned. I literally got time yesterday night to actually even look at my own team. Nothing planned at the moment. Ariola or Sanchez? Ariola. Will Kilman start? He could start a couple. There's no guarantee at the moment in the Wolves defense because they're very unstable. They're changing formations probably every match. So there isn't a set team there was last time. Would he start double city defense against Arsenal? That's something we'll have to analyze. I mean, Arsenal have been decent at home in the last couple of games. I would just start one and take the risk. I wouldn't start two. Should I start Gundogan or Watkins? Gundogan between the two because if Grealish is out, Watkins is essentially a waste. Bruno replacement, I have Son, Salah, Kane. Then hold on to Bruno. Don't replace him. Did you wildcard? Yes. Meslier or Martinez? Meslier. Cancelo or Stones, considering Cancelo took a hit on his knee. I irrespectively expect Cancelo to get best this week for the UCL. Guys, just give me a second. I'll probably. Okay, just done posting. Martinez or McCarthy in the starting. The thing is, McCarthy can get benched. He could actually concede goals. It's up to you. I don't expect clean sheet from Southampton, to be honest. Martinez could actually still outscore him through save points. It's a 50-50. If you want to just 2 base points from McCarthy, you can start him. -4 for Meslier or Dallas. Don't take a -4 for Meslier and Dallas. I wouldn't do that. Cancel or me. Cancel or start Cancel or take a chance on Cancelo. If he doesn't play, me will come in. What is the Grealish news? That there's a rumor that Grealish has an injury on his shin and he is not fit enough to start, and he could be out for a couple of weeks. Dunk versus Ena, considering the bench boost 26. If you're going Ariola, don't go Ena. But if you're not going Ariola, definitely Ena. Olena. I'm not wildcarding Taylor over Cancelo from the bench. Taylor might have a knock. He might not start, but you can take a chance always. Thinking of keeping Bruno this game week and bringing Son for Bruno next game week. Sort of that's the ideal strategy. If I hadn't wildcard, if I had the funds, if I was on a free transfer, I would do that. But since I'm on wildcard, I have to spread the funds. I cannot do that, and yeah. Yeah, I have a Twitter handle. We've linked it in the Instagram page. I'll link it again in the comment section. Kane versus Vardy. Vardy has the better stats when you look at Kane versus Vardy. Slightly better, but yes. Yes, reminding Neville to make changes. Defender at 4.7. I think Konsa is 4.6. Vestergaard 4.7, but I don't really expect a lot from him. Holgate could be a decent option. Should I play Gundogan or Barnes? Barnes. How about Vestergaard to Digne? Fair enough, but I'm not expecting a lot from Digne anyways. Grealish injured, possible. Should I take -4 to remove Antonio and Grealish for Ings for Rafinha? Yes. Sub out Cancelo to Taylor from bench. Play Cancelo. If Cancelo doesn't play, Taylor would come in automatically. Still haven't played the wild card. There's no point waiting now. I think if there is no announcement till now, I don't think there is going to be announcement before the deadline. A lot of questions on Instagram, can't answer them. Kane or Son, whom to start? If you have Kane, start both. Honestly, Luton was a surprise last double game week. What a punt in 26. Up to you. That was his second shot in 19 game weeks. Totally up to you. Who's the better for double game in 26? Salah or Bruno? Salah, according to me. Sheffield United are without Egan. They are conceding big chances very often. Crystal Palace haven't been the worst of defense. Defense is away from home. At home, Sheffield United have been very open. I think, and Salah has been the best for expected goals, shots inside the box, penalty touches areas, expected goal involvements, and expect Salah to outscore Bruno. Should I take a -4 to remove Antonio and Grealish for Ings and Rafinha? Man, I have already answered this. Yes. Dallas or Dyer? For me, it's Dyer. Any chance of no double game in 26? There's always a chance, mate. I mean, Premier League could just troll us and say no double game in 26. Uh, Although the person I follow this for, he is very confident that it's going to be double game in 26. So I'm going to trust him. Watkins or Lutman? Watkins. Is Glitch injured? No, he's back again, I think. Best defender for 5 million for 25 and 26. Shaw. Defender for 4.1, under 4.1. There is no point. I don't think anyone will start. You can take a chance on Amarte or Struch. Don't expect either of them to start. Take Struch because Leeds are have injury, very recurring injuries, and Struch gets more chances to play over Amarte if I had to take a punt. But I don't expect him to start. How much in the bank? 1.8. How likely is Adrian to play? I think 50%, at least 50% according to me. When are we expecting the official announcement? If not today, it has to be Sunday, I think. Trusting Ben Crillon totally on this. Start Martinez over Sanchez. I would start Sanchez. Bruno over Son. Soyuncu punt. Soyuncu is fine. Bruno or Son is, this week is fine. Later on, it could give you problems. Rafinha looks more better option for this game week. Yes. Is Allison going to play? There's a lot of rumors that Allison might not play, which I also believe. So Adrian could start. Dallas and Rafinha out for Dyer and Barnes next week. Vedant, that's perfectly fine. Those moves are good. Who do you think starts for City defense? I think it has to be Diaz, Stones, Kyle Walker, and most likely Zinchenko this week. Charlie Taylor or Ben White. White. 3 to play Stones, Diaz, Luton, Dyer, Shaw. Dyer, Shaw, Stones. Um, which two to play from Diaz, Cancelo, Shaw. Diaz and Shaw. Ena for holding. Fair enough move. Do you think McCarthy starts? I think he will start. Do I think he keeps a clean sheet? No, I don't. Is Dan Burn nailed on? Yes, pretty much nailed on with the performance he's putting out. Madison and Barnes or Barnes and Grealish for Gaming 26. If Grealish is fine, I would go Barnes and Grealish. Should I buy Kabak or Dyer? I feel buying Kabak. Kabak is a really good buy. I have a plan because I'm not free hitting in 29. If you're someone who's not free hitting 29, I'm holding Dyer only till Gaming 29. I'm definitely going to switch to Kabak. Justin is out for the season. Don't expect him to play again this season. Who should I remove, Neto or Suchek, and who should I replace it with? Suchek to Rafinha. Keep Neto. Uh, Thanks, Arthur. Definitely answering a lot of questions at the moment. Ederson a differential if he takes future penalties. I don't see Ederson ever taking penalties, to be very honest. Suchika Watkins in starting 11. Watkins. Martinez or Ariola for you. I'm starting Ariola. McCarthy for Meslier and start Meslier or Rafinha for Gundogan. Rafinha for Gundogan. Grealish to Rafinha and DCL to Vardy for -4. I would do that. Davies will play this week. Yes, I think Davies will play this week. Will he play the future game weeks? Mostly not because Regulon will be back soon. Salah or Bruno? For me, it's Salah. Son and DCL out for Vardy and Grealish other midfield. Son and DCL out for Vardy and Grealish. You probably don't want to go to Grealish at this moment of game where there's uncertainty around him. Which three to start from White, Diaz, Shaw, Dallas, Target? I would start White, Shaw, and actually start Diaz, Shaw, and Dallas. Might just bench White. Should I remove McCarthy for a hit considering that Southampton fan pages believe that he won't start? If you believe the fan pages, you might want to, but I don't think he still might. I think he still might start. So it's up to you. Meslier or Martinez, double game week player. Meslier, Gundogan or Barnes, who to start? Barnes for me. What is the minus limit for next week if wildcard not used for going for bench boost? Anything beyond it is not worth it according to me. Beyond -8 could also be tricky, but anything beyond it is not working. Uh, you can you can send late risers team if you have it. Grealish or Neto to Rafinha. Neto. Actually, you can go take a punt on Grealish if you don't have value attached to him. Justin replacement Shaw, I think is the best one. Anubhav says you're doing a fab job, buddy. Regards to FPL, I've been following you on Instagram since past 2 weeks. Thanks, mate. Thanks if you're loving the analysis and suggestions. Um, McCarthy for Meslier and start Meslier or Rafinha for Gundogan. I would go. Actually, if you're benching Gundogan, it's fine. If you're removing Gundogan, I wouldn't remove Gundogan. I think it's a decent hole even with Kevin De Bruyne back. 5.5 midfielder with double game week. I don't think there's a 5.5 midfielder in my. Maybe Lookman who has a double game week, but that's the only one who has a double game week at 5.5. Maybe Neto is also 5.6 in my opinion. So that's it, I think. Dyer or Regulon for 26. Dyer. Uh, Sell or keep Gundogan. Keep Sanchez or Ariola. Ariola. Sanchez or Ola Ena in that situation. Must have midfielders. I think Son has to be there. Rafinha has to be there this week. Sanchez or Ariola. Ariola if you have Dunk. Rafinha essential. Yes, definitely. Ariman says, I wanted to say thanks, bro. You're doing a great stream. Thanks, man. Roll by transfer for 26 or bring Rafinha for bench player. Rafinha this week. You have to get in Bamford and Rafinha. You have to take the chance on a double game week. Martinez, McCarthy, White, Dallas, Cancelo, Diaz, Cresswell, Grealish, Salah, Gundogan, Bruno, Son, Bamford, Ings, Antonio. Free hit next week. Probably can if you don't have bench boost. Looks like a strong team anyways. Weber was going. I think Tuhin or Weber was going to send later as his team. Haven't received it in the chat. Do you think City will concede this game week? Have two City defenders. Actually, Arsenal have been decent. I mean, I'm going to take a look at the stats and make a late decision. But let's see. Okay, late rises team is Ariola, Emi, Cancelo, Shaw, Burn, Rudiger, Tete, Salah, Bruno, Rafinha, Harrison, Ings, Bamford, Kane. Yeah, pretty much attacking. It looks like template to me as well. Uh, Bamford versus Bruno. Bamford for me, captaincy. I'm not even doubt. Why not starting Rudiger? Because Thiago Silva is out, so there could be a chance that Rudiger again messes it up. And Southampton has the potential to score. Might play Dyer over Diaz, but might not just actually play Rudiger. I'm in second round playing Rudiger this week. Yes, Ella's team has been received by a lot of people in the chat now. I'll just ask. Okay, how many likes are we? Do we have enough likes to reveal Bucker's team? Okay, let's get to 20 more likes. Let's get to 200 likes and I'll reveal his team. I'm not supposed to, but I'll reveal. Burnley defense or Matthias Pereira? Burnley defense. Sir Kufor for Diaz, definitely. Target Konsa, Dallas, Dyer for double game in 26. I'll start Konsa, Dallas, and Dyer. Rudiger alternative considering his double game is not good. There isn't a good alternative. That's the reason we're going to him. He's 4.6. You might go to a Burnley defender with a single game week, but no double game week alternative. Ings or Bamford captain? Bamford. Salah or Rafinha? I can go to only one. Rafinha this week, but Salah has to be there in your plans. Holding versus Dunk versus Rudiger. Dunk is the better one this week. Rudiger long term. Sell Kufar for Dallas. I'm not in favor of that sell. Maybe Kufar to Shaw or someone long term. Dallas is in long term. Minus for Gundogan to Rafinha and minus for Rafinha to Gundogan and giving 26. Uh, Not worth it, to be honest. This week, yes, you want to hold Rafinha next week as well. Should I get Oleana this week instead of Diaz and keep my money in the bank so that I can manage just with the minus 4 and 26? Yes, probably yes. Maybe sell Cancelo instead of Diaz. Good options, keeper options for 26 apart from Martinez. Loris, Michael are top of my list. Jorginho is 4.7, also has a double game week. Yes, we did miss Jorginho. So you can go Jorginho only for the penalties. Who's on penalties for Leeds Bamford? Jagriti Ajay Desai is I have asked multiple times, and she's probably or he is probably angry. Amy Martinez, Sanchez, Dyer, Diaz, Shaw, Soyuncu, Kabak, Salah, Rafinha, Barnes, Gundogan, Son, Bamford, Ings, Kane. That's perfectly fine. I would just replace Sanchez to Areola, and that is a perfect wild card. Midfield of 20. Get in. Get in Rafinha for double game week 26. He doesn't have a double game week, but at 5.5, you don't have a better double game week. Maybe Jorginho or someone like a Lookman. Looks like we have 200 likes at the moment. Okay, we have 199. Someone is actually fooling around. Same team part from Target Cancelo mid up to 6 for 26. Not enough funds. You probably want to remove Cancelo if you're on wildcard. Diaz or Cancelo Diaz. I have Dunk and Sanchez in keeper, but I'm benching Dunk for Trent. So Ariola or Sanchez. Actually start Ariola and play Dunk in my opinion. White or Dunk? Dunk. I can't see 200 likes for some reason. It's showing 199 likes on my screen. Okay, it's 201. Dunk versus Shaw. Shaw. This is your final team. Yes. I think I'm not going to change anything. Uh, should be my final team. Soyuncu or Gundogan whom to start? I would start Soyuncu. Okay, this is how the team is looking for him at the moment. Nothing is confirmed. This is what I had about 3-4 hours ago. Martinez, Ariola, Diaz, Cancelo, Shaw, Kabak, Rudiger, Rafinha, Gundogan, Son, Salah, Bruno, Ings, Bamford, Watkins. I have Dunk and Sanchez in keeper, but I'm benching Dunk for Trent. So Ariola or Sanchez. Already answered Aditya. I would play Ariola and Dunk. Uh, I would leave Trent out. Sub Cancelo for Charlie Taylor. I would play Cancelo. If he doesn't play, Charlie Taylor would automatically come in. Aaron Bissaka, Burn, Lowton, Diaz, Mitchell. Start three. That's easy. Burn, Aaron Bissaka, and Diaz. Gundogan or Watkins, Gundogan, DCL or Watkins, DCL, Soyuncu or Rudiger, Soyuncu. Buy Harrison for this game week and replace him to Gundogan. Don't buy Harrison, buy Rafinha if possible. You can take a punt on Harrison and replace him for if you're buying him for free. Don't take a hit. Who to buy to use in double game week? Target, Konsa, Dallas, Dyer. Either Konsa or Dyer for me. It's up to you. Who to buy? Start Grealish or Diaz. Maybe take a chance on Grealish over Diaz. If he doesn't play, Diaz comes in. Get Dyer in for Reece James. Reece James could be a decent option if you're not going Rudiger. Dyer isn't necessary. I think personally Tottenham could do well. Their defensive stats are not that great. To be honest, I'm looking to replace Dyer in my team. I'll have to figure that out. But if I get an opportunity to replace Dyer, I would definitely do. No chance for 26 fixtures now. No, I don't think it's happening before the deadline. Rudiger or Kufal for Gundogan or play Gundogan. Gundogan. I got Cancelo for 5.9. Getting Diaz doesn't leave me funds either. So I can go for Watkins instead of DCL next week. Gives me more options in the mid. That's a tough call. I mean, I would actually try to get in DCL next week over Watkins. Play Gundogan or Saka or Stones. Gundogan. Bench Stones first. Uh, Play Barnes over Gundogan if I had to. Rudiger, Kufa, Gundogan already answered it. Trent for attacking, but Dunk and Brighton defensively good. I would go Dunk. He has the same attacking potential at the moment. Play Watkins or Gundogan. I would play Gundogan. Take a chance on him. For 26, who will you swap Rafinha to? Either Grealish or Madison. Actually, we'll discuss that. I actually have to also figure that out. Okay. So, irrespective of what price we have, Rafinha in for Grealish or Madison. Grealish at the moment. That's what I did. So, my plans for next week are Ings out. And I think we're going for DCL. DCL or a lower price. This is the highest price attacker I'm going. So, Diane is the second option for me. Diane is at 6 million. So, it's definitely cheaper than Grealish, and then Rafinha to I think 7.7 Grealish. So we have zero point 0.2 to replace Dyer. So I can actually just get a 5 million defender, but at 5 million there isn't any good defenders at the moment. I don't see. Justin could have a good choice, but he's injured. Apart from that, there's Dallas, which I don't want. I'll just sort them by price. There's James, but I already have Rudiger, so that's not an option. Gabriel doesn't have a decent game week. Kabak could be an option. So it's between Kabak and Dyer for me at the moment. Holgate is a decent option, decent double game week. I wouldn't say a good one, but the fixtures aren't best. Southampton and West Brom. I do see them conceding in both, to be honest. I don't see clean sheets, but yeah, attacking returns at least. So that's the thing. I can either get Dyer or Kabak. Unsure about selling DCL for Vardy. It's up to you, mate. Then Mendy or Martinez. Mendy. Play Maja or Barnes this week. Play both if possible. Fulham have a decent fixture against Sheffield. I would actually start Maja and then think about Barnes if he can play or not. Definitely start Maja. Antonio out for Ings or Bamford this week. Target double game. I'm not doubling up on Aston Villa defense with Matty Cash out. I don't want to double up. Yeah, I don't want to double up on Aston Villa. That's the reason I ignored that team. Konsa is also available at 4.6. Diaz Stones Kabak or take Dyer. I think Kabak is fine. I mean, unless you are too confident about Mourinho, just like me, I would stick to Kabak. What changes would you make if you used your free hit? Yeah, that's what I was planning. So that is the reason. Another reason I want to keep Dyer because that gives me a blank MVP player. So I already have Bamford, Kane. I have Grealish that is 3, Sun is 4, I have Dyer 5, I have Martinez 6. Without any transfers, I have 6 players and I have 3 game weeks to make transfers. So let's say I make 3 transfers or make 2 transfers and take a hit. That's about 9 double game week players with this card. I think it's fair enough, and that's the only reason I'm actually thinking about Dyer over Kabak at the moment. For someone who has his free hit, I would suggest Kabak over Dyer for sure. Why not Inks? Oh no, this is not my team. This is what my team would look like in 26. This is my current team. DCL Diaz or Trent Watkins. DCL Diaz. So target out for Rudiger in this game week. Yes, you can. I'm not confident of the Aston Villa defense without Matty. There's absolutely no news. No, we land up to something known as the benching headache. Let's look at the fixtures. How do you think the fixtures will plan out? I think most of the questions are answered. They're mostly repeated questions. So if you have some question, you can easily look up back at the stream. There, almost every minute we have the similar question. Martinez or Johnston? Martinez. DCL Watkins, DCL Luton a good pick for 25 and 26. Other defender according to you. Luton is a decent pick at 4.5 if you can. At that price, only Rudiger is better, but nothing else. Bench Gundogan for White or Barnes. Barnes. Stones, Diaz, Luton as defense, playing Rudiger, Kufal or any other. Any other. I would play Rudiger over Luton. Maybe. Why no Bruno? Abhishek, I've answered this multiple times in the stream. I don't want Bruno because I won't be captaining him, so no Bruno. Jorginho to start over Maja? Definitely not. Maja has to start for me. If I had Maja, I would play him in this team. Brighton defender, for me, it's either Dunk or go Sanchez. Bring Rafinha in my role in transfer to prepare for 26. Bring Rafinha. Is it worth getting Rafinha for Grealish to accommodate Ings even though I won't be able to get back Grealish later? Fair enough. You can actually then later on downgrade Ings to Watkins. And Watkins has better stats than Grealish. And if I had to pick one, I would pick Watkins. So it's fair enough if you can't get Grealish later on as well. Whom to remove for target? I already have Shaw, Diaz, Dunk, and Soyuncu. Get Rudiger or stick to target. There's no need to remove him. Neto or Neves, Neto. Play DCL Watkins, DCL Dyer or Dunk. Dunk. Or Charity or Cancelo. Yeah, I've answered this a couple of times now. Barnes for Bruno Fernandes. I wouldn't go there. I would actually stick to Bruno if I could. If I could, I would stick to Bruno. Which one is better, Diaz plus Diane or Ena plus DCL? Diaz plus Diane. Cancelo or Diaz or both? Diaz. Okay, Wolves versus Leeds. I think we'll have to look at certain fixtures. So banking Spurs against West Ham. Uh, Definitely doing that. Now City versus Arsenal is something we'll have to look into as well. I'm playing. When is the Aston Villa game? It's on Sunday. So Grealish could still be back in training tomorrow. Let's see. Need a keeper from a wildcard team apart from Martinez, Ariola, Loris, and Schmeichel. These are the three I would recommend. Diaz, Rudiger, or Kufal. Diaz, Davis or Dyer. Diaz or Rudiger or Kufal. How many times do you have to mention the same question? Giroud or Maja. Schmeichel and Konsa or Dyer and Martinez. It's a tough one. Dyer and Martinez because it gives you a long-term keeper ahead. DCL Diaz for me. Is Keane a good defender pick? Yes, he's slightly overpriced. That's the problem. He's a good defensive pick because he also scores a lot of headers. But he's slightly overpriced when you compare it to the likes of Holgate. Vardine for Kane, you can, up to you. How much is left in the bank? 1.8, guys. I have 1.8 million left in the bank. Suchek is a sell for me, definitely. If you have him, you can play him, but it's sell for me. Ayush already cleared out what the fixture confusion is. The Premier League have not released it, but most likely there are certain set of fixtures to happen in next game week. Dunk or Dyer this week? Dunk long term Dyer. Best Arsenal asset has to be Saka for me. Regular or Dyer. Triple captain Manford up to you. Pope or Ariola. Playing 4-3-3 as Gundogan and Grealish won't start. You can play 4-3-3. Gundogan may or may not start. I'm most likely to sub him off for Harry Kane at the moment. Have to decide between Rudiger and Diaz. Should we go double and put all my eggs in City? How do you see the City Arsenal game playing out? I'm going with no Tottenham assets. This is okay. Yeah, fair enough. It's up to you. I mean, I don't have free hit, so I want to load up on Tottenham assets. As it's part of my strategy, I want them for the double game week 29. A blank game week 29. It eases out things for me then. I have the same team as your, but points in my bank, new to FPL. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, 2-0 says Varun Baba. I'm not sure for what. Did I just ask something and I forgot about it? Go with both Stones and Diaz. Okay. How do you see Arsenal versus City happening? 2-0. That's my prediction as well this week. Uh, Shaw or Dyer in starting? Shaw. Is Madison's worth the extra point 0.5? Not at the moment. Barnes. The only reason why Madison is worth the extra point 0.5 is that whenever Europa is around, Barnes minutes get restricted a lot. Apart from that, there is no reason why you should go Madison. Nothing is too risky, mate. If Bruno starts banging a lot, you can always get him back. Ariola. To him, I'm playing Ariola. Will Aston Villa play blank game week? Yes, most likely. Should I boost with Davies, Saka, and Watkins? Not ideally this week, at least. Not going to start Gundogan also. Let's just see how Arsenal have been attacking in the last couple of games. Triple captain Bamford. Why not Cancelo? Saving money. Will Aston play blank game week? Already answered it. Cancelo to Diaz leaves me with zero in the bank. Will you do the transfer? I would do the transfer. Dallas or Antonio? Antonio. Actually, Dallas. Play Dallas. Antonio doesn't have a table game week. Rafinha or Bamford to captain. If you want to captain safe, go Bamford. In the last 4 game weeks, Arsenal haven't been creating anything at all. Okay, I am actually just doubling up on the City defense. That just cleared my doubt. In the last 4 game weeks, Arsenal have created 3 big chances. Uh, they have in total they've created 3 big chances. Minutes per big chance is 127. Minutes per big chance considered is 47. Minutes per chance is 11.6. They have only 33 shots and 15 on target. Pretty much, I'm pretty much confident now that Arsenal are in the best defense attack. They have only two teams are worse than Arsenal, which is Aston Villa and Crystal Palace. Yeah, I'm benching Gundogan for sure. I don't have a place to play Gundogan, to be honest. Who do I bench instead? Barnes for against Aston Villa uh, could do that, but defensively as well, Aston Villa have considered a decent amount of chances, and Leicester are fifth for chances created. Triple captain Bamford, you said questions but didn't answer. It's up to you, Devansh. I can't recommend triple captain or stop you from triple captaining because triple captain is always 50-50. You'll have to take your own call. I'm not in the 4-4-2 league because my leagues are maxed out. Will Ings have a double game week next week too? No, I don't think so. Ings will have a double game week next week too. Any news on Grealish? No. Diaz or DCL? DCL, in my opinion. Should I keep Barnes because he played full 90 minutes in Europa? Uh, I'm also thinking of benching him for Gundogan. Uh, let's say if we do bench him for Gundogan, if Gundogan does play. Although the problem is that I know that Pep will not risk Gundogan for this Arsenal fixture, and it's most likely that he'll bring him on, and that could be a problem if Gundogan is bought on about 70-80 minutes. It's gonna waste a proper player in my team. Spurs likely to play double. Will Salah have a double game week? Yes. I had shown you guys the ticker for the double game week. Okay, now I want to talk about captaincy. We've already taken up almost every question. If you still have questions, just go back. Uh, you already would have answered. I would have already answered your question. Talking about captaincy now, Bamford. A very good stat put up by Mark was that every 2 consecutive games, and we can actually look at this as well in the last couple of game weeks. Bamford has a score of about 8 to 10. So in 23-24 he has 8. In 21-22 is 20. Again in 19-23, 16-17 10, 14-15 10, 12-13 11, and then 10-11 again 10. So when you look at 2 consecutive matches, Bamford is averaging about 10 to 12 points in that two fixtures. Now when you look at Rafinha in the same amount of time, 24-23 11, 21-22 13, 15, there's again 10 11, so it's almost 11 to 15. That's the range. Also he has more points in the last 4 game weeks, and it could be a differential pick. I mean, I'm actually leaning towards a Rafinha captaincy for a differential pick, making him Bamford my vice captain. I think I'm going to stick to this. Is Madison injured? Was subbed at 75 yesterday? No, I don't think he's injured. I can go Madison in my team as well over Barnes, but then I'll have to. I can't get. I can't directly get. I think I can't directly get Grealish. What we can actually just remove, not Rudiger, store. We have 1.3, so that's enough money actually. No, that's not enough money to go Rafinha to Barnes directly. Still can't have myself to play wildcard as no fixture on, but I trust Ben Crellin. Should I play wildcard? Very very confused. It's up to you. I've already played wildcard in just trust to Ben Crellin. Mark's team does not have Salah for a long time. I'm just more curious. Does he have Barnes or does he have Madison? Also, Patrick Bamford captain himself in fantasy Premier League? I mean, if Bamford is captaining himself, I probably will captain him too. Is KDB an option for 26? Not for me. Really confused between Rafinha and Bamford. Go save Bamford. Neither says Varun Baba. Uh, you are playing 11. Yeah, we'll show. I am just confused between Madison and Barnes. We'll think about it at the moment. There's no other player. We discussed this multiple times, guys. There's no other player that's fitting the price bracket other than Rudiger. Unfortunately or fortunately, that's what I'll have to go about with. Bamford has more big chances in the last four. His minutes per chance created is more. Attempts is less. The stats actually point Bamford, to be honest, but his effective ownership is going to be 190. So you're not going to get a lot of points. Neither are you going to lose points. Oleana or Ben White, Ben White till 30. Minus 28 hit instead of hitting wildcard can't go any worse. Abhishek, you can just make another transfer and wildcard. Your minus 28 will go away. Chances of a Chelsea clean sheet, yes, there are slim, but I think not this week. Next week, you can expect one against United. You can go Burn instead of Rudiger. I don't want to go a single game week player on my wildcard. Burnley is, if we look back again, look at the ticker again for double game weeks. Burnley plays Tottenham and Leicester. Do you really expect any clean sheet out there? I don't expect. Everton could have a clean sheet against West Brom, but that's the only. But they didn't. They did concede against Fulham, so I'm not expecting a very good clean sheet there. Not going double Aston Villa defense, so that rules out. Tottenham already have. United have. Leicester is expensive, can't go there. Wolves has City, can't go there. The Chelsea is the only team left. How does it sound to take a -8 next week for Rafinha, Darius Vestergaard out, Gundogan, Digne, Kabak, Davison? -8 on bench boost after wildcard is slightly bizarre, mate. Up to you. If you think it will cover on bench boost, you can go for it. Yeah, Barnes is not on that much risk. Bucker is also going Bamford captain. Rudiger or Target. If you trust Target or the double Aston defense, go Target. Otherwise, I think Rudiger. Will Dunk have a double game week? No. Fixture seems good for Spurs defense. Yes, decent defense. Can't really argue with that. Cancelo for Diaz, I wouldn't go Cancelo. I expect a lot of benching to happen with Cancelo. Okay, we might have some news on Grealish. Let me just read about that. Okay, so it is true that Grealish might not be injured. He might just be fit enough to play. Okay, playing 11, deciding on it. I might. I'm still trying to figure out something. I'm still trying to find out stats that could help me between Barnes and Madison. This is my 11 at the moment. I have Gundogan on the bench. Stones or Grealish? How to choose for playing 11? Stones, I think. Bench Grealish. Rafinha in for Grealish to bring in to bring up to -8. It's a tough call unless you're captaining Rafinha. Don't go there. Stones or Kufal plus Berg to Shaw plus Rafinha for -4 definitely. So ensure Diaz, I would play him. Ditch Gundogan as Kevin De Bruyne is back. Abhishek, I wouldn't do it. Almiron for a double game week. Not sure if Newcastle have the best double game week. Uh, Thanks, Adamaya Agrawal, for the best wishes. Play Antonio or Gundogan? I would play Gundogan in that situation. Antonio first bench. Okay, so if I'd actually take a chance on Gundogan, bench Barnes. Aston Villa are a decent defense. Uh, can I actually fit both Grealish and Madison again next week? Sorry, guys, we'll have to also figure out my own team. Grealish or Madison, so confused. I already have Barnes. Stick with Grealish this week then. Neto or Barnes? Barnes size for double game week? No. Minks is fine. How is Marcus Alonso as a differential? Decent differential, but expect him to get subbed on at 70 odd minutes a couple of times. Do I have the exact amount of money? I am short of getting Grealish back again if I go Madison. I think I'm going to stick to Barnes. And yeah, that's my team. Okay, so we're done with the 11. Going Barnes, benching him for Gundogan. Uh, Taking a chance at the moment. No, I don't play IPL fantasy. It's too much of a headache. Rafinha for Saka for -4. Yes, why not Bruno? I've answered this a couple of times. 212 likes. That's great, guys. Thanks for the support. And if someone has not already subscribed to the channel, guys, subscribe to the channel. We're near to about 2000 1500 subscribers. Let's get to 1500 first, and then we'll aim at 2000. Daya or McCarthy? Daya. Stones or Cancer or Stones? Dallas in for Chilwell for -4. Yes. Wouldn't Martinez be a better option than Areola because of his number of saved? No, I think Areola will be fine. I expect a clean sheet there. Can you explain me how I reverse my -28? Just make any other move and press play wildcard. Abhishek, just play your wildcard with any other move at the moment. Your -28 will go. And then you can easily reverse that move also. Dallas in for Chilwell for -4. Yes, target playing blank game week. Most likely, Aston versus Spurs will be played in the blank game week. Let's look at the Arsenal defensive data. I mean, do we expect Arsenal to concede more even if Gundogan is playing? So Arsenal are not that good. They're actually defensively fifth best. They've conceded only 6 big chances. And when we compare Aston Villa to that, Aston have conceded 8. So minutes per big chances, Arsenal is 64, Aston Villa is 47, and minutes per chance conceded, we have Arsenal at 8.4 and Aston Villa at 4.8. 4.8 minutes per chance conceded. Maybe it's a chance to take a gamble and play Barnes over Gundogan. I think it's the right time to do that. Do you recommend starting Cancelo over Stones and then Stones at first sub? Yeah, fair enough if you have both. Grace matches on Sunday and that too at 7:30. Yes, he has a day to train tomorrow. Uh, yes, Grealish has never blanked in after blanking in two consecutive, but I have to remove him because there's rumors of him getting injured. Can't do that on a wild card, to be honest. Martinez or McCarthy, even the double game for McCarthy. Go if you think that Martinez will not keep a clean sheet, go McCarthy because that will give you more base point. That is 2+2 instead of just 2 for Martinez. Bench 2, Barnes and Gundogan came. Can't do that. Vedan, that's the exact situation I am in at the moment. You'll have to pick your team. Ariola Sanchez as second keeper. Ariola. Diaz or Diaz. Uh, yeah, good decision says Mr. Gupta. Any watch alongs? I don't have the time. Maybe if I'm awake tonight, we can do Leeds versus Wolves. Most likely not because I have work tomorrow as well. Do you think Arsenal players are good for the future considering their fixtures after 30? Yes, not before game week 30. Target will be playing the blank game week mid. Kabak, Gundogan, Dyer, sub order. Gundogan first, Kabak second, Dyer third. Weltman, Ben White or Rudiger? Ben White. DCL or Antonio? Antonio or I would go DCL over Antonio. I think Adrian could start. What are points and rank? I have 1500 points. I think 1503 or 13. I think that's the points. Rank is about 180k if I'm not wrong. What work do you do? I'm in college as well as doing a job. Last 5 minutes, guys. We'll discuss this later on. Set your captains and vice captains. I'm captaining Rafinha. Bamford is my vice captain. It's between Barnes and and Gundogan at the moment. Davis isn't a better option than Dyer at the moment. Uh, I'm expecting Regulon to be back next week. Bamford captain, Ing White's captain. Should I play me ahead of Cancel or Gundogan? No, I don't think you should. Harrison versus Rafinha. Harrison has been good in form too. Yes, but Rafinha has the better stats. Best keeper to get Martinez has to be Diaz or Cancelo. Diaz. 4 minutes, guys. Taylor or Cancelo. Cancelo bench Taylor first, and yeah, that should be it. What else? What else can we change? Should we remove Gundogan versus Arsenal? How much do you expect a goal fest this to be? I think I'm going to play Barnes. I'm going to take a chance with Barnes. With the amount of injuries, I think I'm going to play Barnes over Gundogan. Although Leicester didn't score against Slavia Prague, it's a tough call. I'm not actually. I'm just sticking to the team template. If in case Gundogan is subbed off, I think Barnes should be coming in. Ariola or Martinez, yes. Keeper to get except Martinez. Schmeichel or Loris, I think Loris. Madison or Foden, Madison. Why benching Barnes, bro? I think I should stick to a City midfielder. I don't have any other midfielder. Sterling, Foden, De Bruyne. In case they fire and Gundogan is playing, I should have certain amount of cover because his ownership is getting higher than one. Barnes, on the other hand, is what about 8% own. Whereas when you get Gundogan, he's 31% on. So it's going to be a rank damage if Gundogan is on the bench. White over Grealish and Antonio, not over Antonio, but over Grealish. Yes, Rafinha or Bamford captain. If you want to go save Bamford, differential like me, go Rafinha. Grealish versus Gundogan. Gundogan. Keep Barnes says a lot of teams. No, I think I'm going to stick to Gundogan. If he's most likely if he's not coming on, uh, Barnes will come in. Who should I play instead of me, Gundo or Cancelo? Gundo. Werner or Madison? Werner. Soyuncu is a good option. Play him if you have him. Last couple of minutes, guys. 2 minutes. Yeah, so this is my team. I have Ariola in goal. I have a double City defense, Diaz and Stones. Shaw comes in as well. Gundogan, Son, Salah, Rafinha, Kane, Bamford, Ings. That's my 11. I have three double game week players, Rafinha, Bamford, and Ings. One of them is my captain as well. Sub order Watkins, White, Target, perfect. I think Dipanshu, that's the perfect sub order. Diaz or Cancelo. Diaz is taking -8 and 26 worth it if you're playing bench boost, yes. Uh, Kevin De Bruyne 30, 60, Gundogan 30. Fair enough. I think the frustration, though, if Gundogan comes on the bench. Let's see only if Barnes get enough points. I'm also slightly worried that Aston Villa could actually even pull off a clean sheet. You never know with Aston how they're going to play. Why not Bamford captain? Because I want to go differential. That's it. Let me know if you need help for channel material. Ready to help. All the best. Thanks, Amay. Martinez was McCarthy 50-50. Honestly, if you have bought McCarthy for a double game week, you ought to play him. Dallas or Diaz? Dallas. Are you sure about starting Gundogan? 50-50 call. Hopefully it doesn't come start and Barnes comes in. Hopefully. And there is a chance that Kane doesn't play at all and Barnes still comes in. So I would stick with the team. Me or Cancelo for sub. Me, Foden or Gundogan to start. Gundogan. If I expect for, I would expect neither of them to start. But if you had to start one, start Gundogan. Okay, should we make a last minute change to captain Bamford? No, I think Rafinha is the one to captain. Okay, it's deadline. It's 12. Yeah, it could be funny. Anything could happen. Who to start, Gundo or DCL? It's over, guys. It's deadline. Hopefully, it was a long stream. It was a 2 hour long stream. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. Most of the questions are answered multiple times, and that there is a big spelling mistake. L1, 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 Bruno. Uh, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also follow us on Instagram at FPL tips underscore underscore. And do hit the like button, guys. Okay, so till the next stream, I think this stream is going to be a big one. I'm most probably a bit busy, so won't be posting a lot on Instagram. But yeah, thanks for reminding me, Shashwat. Shout out to you. Thanks for reminding me to make no last minute changes. What about fixtures? I'll just show you guys. This is how the fixtures will be looking like. This is how I think the fixtures will be looking like. Most likely, Tottenham will play Fulham in 26 and not Southampton. So pretty much everything I've written is sure, according to me and according to Krellin. So this is how the fixtures could be. Uh, the rest is up to Premier League and their officials. Hopefully, we get them sorted by Sunday. All the best, guys. So we'll wrap up here. This is FPL Tips signing off. Cheers.